I'm not supporting them in any way, but I'm saying there are other parties to this entire mess which has been created.
You see, we have been all suffering, and we have witnessed through your channel, other channels, that what has happened to not only to India but to the whole world. This pandemic, which has created a major loss of life and also the loss of economy. I want to remind you through this channel that we started all with December 19, when actually everything was going on well, and then some virus was some case was found out in China. In February 20, then President Donald Trump came to India with all the March. We all started having the WHO said it is a concern, and after that there was a lockdown from. The whole 20 was not completely washed up. June 20, I think 2020, the government allowed the unlockdown, and then of course the Diwali was there. Then January it was okay. 2021 again the wave 2 came, and that killed more number. I don't recall any family which has not suffered, any family members or related family who have not suffered the loss of life. So coming on to the point, whether America to be blamed. Then we have a lot of course, vaccination started with the Honorable Trump, Covishield, then Covaxin, then Sputnik. So we have all suffered. Just wanted to recall everything because I was reading the newspaper recently that again the Beijing has started the lockdown and they are still suffering. Whether America to be blamed or China to be blamed, but this is actually great, I would say, such research, whether it's happening in USA or in the Institute of Virology in Wuhan, which whether it was used for the biowar or they say that they wanted to find a method where they back coronavirus, they have a system where it should not come back to us, and they wanted to a preventive strategy. We don't know whether they wanted to produce a virus for biowarfare or it was actually something in a positive direction. First of all, the most important thing is why it leaked out. That means they did not have enough system where they could have prevented the leaking of the virus, where one person, and then of course it was so contagious and it was so much infectious that people were killing. Of course, we were dying first in China, later to America, then Europe, to India, so everything. My concern is, can we stop such things to happen or not? Because WHO is the main authority, United Nations another authority, then we have so many summits, international organizations. Today it was coronavirus, tomorrow it can be another virus. Whether they are doing still experimentation or not, we have to some watchdog, because human life is very precious. We have to think of positivity. Already we are suffering because of the climate problems. We don't want another virus to start off. So who is going to actually monitor this? If the big people like America, the big economy, they are themselves involved in producing such viruses or to produce something which is good for them economically. If they don't think of humankind or mankind or humanity, then we have to be really, really serious. Something else to happen. Our Prime Minister or somebody else has to take, very important, whether Mr. Andrew Huff is completely right or not. This requires a big investigation. And I think WHO should open. They should not be guided only by one country, and they should start working like somebody who is working only for one country or two countries. We have to be very, very serious on this issue. Being a cardiologist, I have seen many deaths happening in my own Apollo hospital. The whole world has seen so many people have died. What to do? Because we cannot have another misery in the coming next 5 years. Our children are there, so we have to find something. I don't know. The answer is, who has the answer? When America is himself involved in such so-called positive research, is actually a negative research. My father has been working with ICMR. He's always done the positive research. If these are so-called positive research comes out to be negative research, the virus comes out, leaked out, and so many people dying, I think we have to be very, very serious about this issue. Some other body has to come out, which should be made by United Nations. We should be actually keeping watch on all such research labs. What's going on? We know that it is difficult to actually, when the United States was trying to watch out in this Wuhan lab, they were not allowed initially, and then it was allowed, and there was some reports which was not coming positive or negative. So I don't know what the reason, but I am very much scared that any such calamity can again happen, because the things are not completely in the right direction. Whether such debates, of course, are very important. If you can, whatever has transpired.
देखने के लिए बोला है अंदर से, मुझे बोलेंगे बाद में.
Through this debate, if it can be given, sent to the White House or to the China, that these are serious matters. What Suresh Goyal Sahab has said, Dr. Venkatesh has said, myself or yourself or Sanjay Kapoor, such things should also go in writing as a mail that this is a serious concern and we have to be very, very cautious for the future. Again, we don't know that another Omicron or other than something like Omicron is still causing havoc there. Whether we are all of us are not completely immune. We may say that we have innate immunity now. We suffered. We have myself call it more than 1 year. I have not used anything. Secondly, one point I want to really point out. I have seen many cardiac deaths. Being a cardiologist, post-vaccination, and then the research was there that spike protein actually causes thrombus formation inside a plaque and also leading to plaque rupture. So if that is happening, that means we are not, even the vaccine is not safe. The best thing is to provide an answer. Best thing is to prevent such research happening in the virus lab, in various virology labs, and that's the only way we can prevent it because vaccine
all
is
right. Right. We've run out of time as well. We're going to take concluding thoughts, starting with Ambassador Goyal. Ambassador Goyal, this is something which needs to be prevented. This is something that needs to be stopped. This is also something which has been taken for granted of late because everybody feels that things are back to normal. China is still in a lockdown, but it's